Hey everyone, welcome back to the blog. As most of you have read my writings and watched my videos know, I don't consider myself the regular personal trainer you see in gyms and health clubs around San Antonio. I'm not the typical rep counter, and I don't have people aimlessly doing things that don't have a purpose. If you want to do something dumb like standing on one leg and do a bicep curl, I suggest you take your business to one of the teenage, minimum wage trainers at Gold's or Lifetime. Okay, that's not me, and you're not going to be wasting your time doing things like that with me in my personal training studio. Now, I know I'm a high-strung, intense, very silly, and sometimes I'm quite over the top, all right? But when it comes to changing people's bodies, I'm all business, all right? I tell people how it is. If you're doing something wrong, but you just want to hear that it's okay, or that you drink a few beers every day, or that you have that glass of wine, I'm not the kind of person that's going to coddle your ego. I'll tell you flat out, you're wasting your time. All right. Now yesterday I let the cat out of the bag about something that I've been working on for quite a while, and that's my Caveman program. Now don't be fooled by the name. I don't. It doesn't mean you're going to be cooking meat over a fire in your yard, and you're not going to be dragging your significant other around by the hair of the head unless they just completely need it. But it's a very simplistic philosophy on the complicated topic of losing fat and drastically changing your body that so few people actually understand. If you think that it's easy, walk in any gym or health club. I said it yesterday in my writing. The average gym, the clientele, they typically look like what you're going to see at Target or at a bar or at a coffee house. Very few people in gyms are in shape, and I find that entertaining that some brands have built. They've built their entire franchises on a non-intimidation zone. Well, you shouldn't be intimidated by what you see in most gyms because, like I say, a few people ever change their bodies. Okay, now. Let me warn you, my program, it is not for the passive, okay? Now, I'm not saying it's one of those train like a Navy SEAL programs that you see in the bookstore where it's impossible for the average person to stay with. But it does require a lot of effort. It requires hard work, and it requires, changes to your lifestyle. It's not a low-fat or a low-carb diet. It's about choosing the right foods, okay? The nutritional portion is. I follow nutrient timing principles I've spoken about numerous times here on the blog and on my YouTube channel. Now, as far as the training goes, unfortunately, I'm not going to tell you it's just 5 or 7 minutes a day, okay? It does require a little more than that. There's no specific order of exercises, no particular rep ranges. All of that is determined based on the individual. If you have access to a fancy health club, great, but high-end machines aren't required, and, a lot of the things you can do with, the basic set of equipment. All right, now you're not going to be limited. You're not going to be able to make a drastic change with one dumbbell and a medicine ball. Okay, you're going to need a little more than that. However, you don't need to work out in the most elaborate place in town to drastically change your body. The way of life. This is the most important thing. The way of life is very sustainable, and that's the key to making progress. Continuously. The best thing is I keep it in simple English, so it's easy to understand for even the novice exerciser. Instead of being a cookie-cutter training program or diet, it's a group of flexible principles that are scalable for anyone of any fitness level with any fitness skill. My primary goal with the Caveman program is to make it easy for the regular user to adopt these principles and apply them to their own physique change. And I will spell out how to do so step by step. I'm very excited about the coming weeks, and over time, I look forward to sharing my entire outlook on the Caveman approach, okay, nutrition and training. I've employed many of these strategies for a lot of years with hundreds of clients, and over time, I have made revisions and modifications. I've actually used these exact principles to prepare for my own bodybuilding show, okay, and I'm extremely confident that no other lifestyle program holds a candle to my philosophies. I do go against the grain, okay. I'm not a calorie counter. You don't have to monitor your heart rate all the time with me, and I'll explain why the old calorie in versus calorie out philosophy is the last thing in the world you want to be concerned with while changing your body, okay? This isn't simply about weight loss. It's about losing the right weight, losing fat, okay, and looking better when you take your shirt off, okay? That's the bottom line. When you walk by the mirror, you don't want to have to cover up with a towel when you get out of the shower, okay? When you go to a pool party, you don't want to have to be ashamed to wear shorts or take your shirt off, all right? You should be proud of that, You work hard, you should look like you work hard. Basically, what I'm telling you is that what's in books on the internet, on these websites like Spark People and stuff, how to be trim, how to be lean, and what's being repeated by personal trainers all over the world is just absolutely wrong. It's trash, okay? But hey, if you want to look like everyone else, or you just want to be a skinny fat person, by all means, keep wasting your time. That's fine with me. I don't care. Now, stay tuned to my YouTube channel and my blog, personaltrainerinsanantonio.com, for more information on the Caveman program. Everyone have a great Tuesday, and I will be posting more soon. Thank you.